Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will teach you the steps that are involved in editing part 2. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. Use the following strategies to find and correct errors. First, spelling and punctuation. A. Spelling. Correct spelling gives your work credibility. Not only will your reader know that you are educated, but also that you are careful about your work. You should have a dictionary handy to confirm that you have correctly spelled all unfamiliar words, especially if they are keywords in the piece. In the workplace, a memo with a repeatedly misspelled word can be embarrassing. An essay with a misspelled word in the title or a word that is spelled incorrectly throughout the piece can affect your final grade. Avoid embarrassing situations like this by checking your spelling. Even if you know all spelling rules by memory, you'll come across exceptions to the rules. Words that come from other languages such as bourgeois, psyche, etc. Words with silent letters, alight, nag or words that are technical terms, cryogenics or chimerical can present problems. In addition, the spelling can change when the word is made plural. For instance, puppies, octopi, etc. Homonyms like beer, bear, or course and course can be easily confusing, as can the words that have unusual vowel combinations such as beauty, archaeology, etc. So when in doubt, check the words by consulting a dictionary. Let's look at the example. He read through the entire paper looking for a story on the protest march. So now here, spell check suggests replacing through with through, through or thorough. So the dictionary will tell you that the correct spelling is through, that is T-H-R-O-U-G-H and not T-H-R-U. Now examine each word in the paper individually. Move from the end of each line back to the beginning. Pointing with a pencil helps you really see each word. And do not rely on spell check. Your computer may change a word to a closely spelled word that is very different in meaning to the word you wrote. And second, if necessary, check a dictionary. B. Compound sentence commas. First, skim for the conjunctions and, but, for, or, nor, so and yet. Second, see whether there is a complete sentence on each side of the conjunction. If so, place a comma before the conjunction. C. Introductory commas. Let's look at the first point. Skim your paper, looking only at the first 2 or 3 words of each sentence. Second point, stop if one of these words is a dependent marker, a transition word, a participle or a preposition. Third point, listen for a possible breakpoint before the main clause. Fourth point, place a comma at the end of the introductory phrase or clause which is before the independent clause. D. Comma splices. Let's look at the first point. Skim the paper, stopping at every comma. Second point, see whether there is a complete sentence on each side of the comma, and if so, add a coordinating conjunction after the comma or replace the comma with a semicolon. Then E. Fragments. First point, look at each sentence to see whether it contains an independent clause. Second, pay special attention to sentences that begin with dependent marker words such as because or phrases such as for example or such as etc. Third, see if the text is only a piece of the previous sentence that mistakenly got separated. F. Run-on sentences. Let's look at the first point. Review each sentence to see whether it contains more than one independent clause. Then start with the last sentence of your paper and work your way back to the beginning sentence by sentence. Let's look at the second point. Break the sentence into 2 sentences if necessary. G. Apostrophes. Let's look at the first point. Skim your paper, stopping only at those words that end in S. Second, see whether or not each word needs an apostrophe. If an apostrophe is needed, you will be able to invert the word order and say or of the. For example, Mary's hat or the hat of Mary. Then H. Left out words. Let's look at the first point. Read the paper aloud, pointing to every word as you read. Don't let your eye move ahead until you spot each word. Second point. Also, make sure that you have not doubled words. I. Capitalization and punctuation are like auto mechanics for your writing. They tune up your sentences and make them start, stop, and run smoothly. Let's look at the example. The Russian ballet travels all over the world, performing to amazed audiences in each new city. This sentence jerks along like an old car driven by someone who doesn't know how to use the brakes. Edited example. The Russian ballet travels all over the world, then you have to give a comma, performing to amazed audiences in each new city. So you can see the difference of capitalization and punctuation in the example and the edited example. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this English lesson series and learned a lot. So you can continue studying with me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.